Welcome to the Cattai School of Art. Maths in minutes. The brain cannot absorb pure data. We learn to read by connecting letters to make words, sentences, paragraphs, short stories. As far as numeracy is concerned, most students can't see the forest for the trees. Numbers can only become familiar if we find small groups that connect them. So far, after 2 lessons, we have already done that. We have the odd and the even numbers, the 9 and the 10 partners, the halves and the doubles, all little groups that we can practice and remember. Most importantly, how to remember. We have done the stepping stones. That means from the known to the unknown. If 3 and 3 is 6, 3 and 4 is 7, because we have learned that if you add 1 to a number, you get the next number. And if you add 2 to an odd number, you get the next odd number. And if you add 2 to an even number, you get the next even number. We have already discovered the pattern. The mind is a pattern making and a pattern user system. Everything around you, your coat, your tablecloth, your floor carpet. Pattern. We like patterns. Your dress, your tie. So the pattern is in, we have 5, 15, so recurring 5s, 5, 15, 25, 35. There is a regular pattern. It's amazing, so we have already done 10 little groups, and only in 2 lessons. That's why this course is called Maths in Minutes. We are already doing addition. Of course, we don't say plus, we don't say anything. We see and we say, we see and we say, we see and we say. Not 12 plus 9 equals, that is school rubbish. That was done since the arrival of the first fleet. I've said that about 10 times now, but I'm very serious. School is the most retarded institute in the world at the moment, compared to the enormous flight in technology. So, not 21 and 20 and 22 and 22 and 20 and 24. No, that's what you have to do in school. Write it down 10 times. And you still don't know it. I had once a student, well, he was going to be a student, but I said to his mother, I can't teach the man. I asked him, how many halves in 1? And he said to me, stuffed it. Why no? I said, man, I can't teach your son. Most people in high school don't know that 3 4s are 12. And that 56 is 7 eighths of 56. And if you count to 8, you've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 fours are 12. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 eighths of 56. Not 10 times writing out your table. Nobody has ever seen it. You know why? Because they finished their studies. Sardines in a tin. So to find this, we're going to do that in 2 steps. There is no hurry. I don't do that in 2 steps. 20, 22, 22. 2 steps. Let's first do the 9s. Think 1 less and 10. So this is 11 and 10 is 21. Think 1 less and 10, 14 and 10 is 24. The 9 partners, first recipe, think 1 less and 10, 17 and 10 is 27. 9 partner. Think 1 less than 10. Well, we don't say 2 10. So we say 12 and 1 is 22. Think 1 less than 10, 18 and 10 is 28. Think 1 less than 10, 15 and 10. So we see the answer. And we say it. So not 16 plus 9, you have forgotten the whole thing. You see 15 and you add 10. You see 14 and you add 10. Let's do the 10 partners. That means not 16 and 4, 17, 18, 19 on your fingers? No, mate. You have recognized the 10 and 10 is 20. You've recognized the 10 and 10 is 20. I'm looking. Yeah, this is back to front, here. You've recognized the 10 and 10 is 20. Then we can do the doubles. Double 6 is 12, 22. Is there another double? Yeah. Double 7 is 14, because 2 weeks is a fortnight, is 14 days, so that's 24. No more doubles. So then the stepping stones. Let's do the 4, 7, 11. 4, 7, 11. 4, 7, 11. 11 and 10 is 21. And there's of course 1 the other way round. The other page. So this is the known 4, 7, 11. So we have learned that is memorized by rhyme. 4, 7, 11. 4, 7, 11. Now if 4, 7 is 11, then 5 and 7 is 1 more, because we learned if you add 1 to a number, you get the next number. So this is 12 and 10. I'm looking. This is the other way around, 12 and 10. So you see, you don't say anything. Yeah, you say the answer. Or, of course, you write the answer. So you write 21, you write 20. But if somebody wants you, how much is this? You say 21. See and say. What's more interesting? Oh yeah, if 7 is 14, 7 and 8 is 15, 25. Doubles. If 5 and 5 is 10, 5 and 6 is 11, 21. I have given you a way to learn your addition. I think the other side is... Oh yeah. Because it was all written in portrait that didn't fit. So the other side is the same system. 4, 7, 11, 21. Think for lesson 10, 16, 27. If 6 and 6 is 12, 6 and 7, 13 and 10. It's the same. I don't have to do that 5 million times. You do that at home because we're doing homeschooling. We don't go to school. Now the same exercise. So before we see 1 and 9 is 10. We still do that. We see 10 and 10 is 20 and 10 is 30. We see 10, 20, 80. 20, 80 because if you add 2 to an even number, you get the next even number. So it's not only for 2, that's only for 20 and doubles, 14. So you see 14, 34, 44. You see the 13, 23, 43. No, I don't do that. After 90 years, I don't have to do that anymore. Because I said just 91. 60. So you practice that at home. That you can do it in 1 week, 2 weeks. There is no hurry. Ha! You wouldn't believe it. We are already doing algorithms. That's not a dangerous animal. An algorithm, instead of 37 and 8, instead of writing it this way, we're writing it this way. And the tens here, there's nothing here, and the singles here. We're doing the relay method. Most people have done a relay. So you have a baton in your hand and you start running and you give the baton to the next person. You do not throw it on the ground because you will never win a race. Of course, in school, you throw the baton on the floor. So let me do the stupid school way. So we have already seen that if 7 and 7 is 14, 7 is 15. So in school, put down the 5 and put a little 1. If you add 2 numbers, it is always 1. First fleet again. So the relay method. First you say, your eyes see 7 and 8. And you say, later on we do that, we don't say anything, we think or we write. You can actually put your pen, show what I'm doing now, that's why I have this arrow. It's a very funny expression to add up. Well, I found that going down is easier than up, but it's the same system. Adding up, 15, well, I still have to go here to put the 5. But carry the 1 and 3, so no, that it's okay. But we don't write that 1. I'm going to do I want to go down. 15, put down the 5, carry the 1 and 3 is 4. Ta, ta, ta. The relay method. So we put down the 5 and give the 1 straight away to the 3. It's still in our head. Why should I put it down here? You know, retarded system. I do it again. I 15, put down the 5, carry the 1 and 3 is 4. The relay method. Put down the 5, carry the 1 and 3. In Dutch we say 1 and 3, not 1 plus 3, no, that doesn't run. Put down the 5, carry the 1 and 3 is 4. Number fluency. Maths in minutes. This is type 2 algorithm. Now I have written the word there. Algorithm. So, of course, the schools like to do algorithm. The same thing. But this runs easier for me because I'm a Dutchman. Algorithm. Type 2, stage 1. Aha. 2 digits, 2 digit. Before we have 2-digit thumb. But it is the same system. Think 1 less than 10, put down the 6, carry the 1 and 2 is 3 and 3 is 6. Don't put the 1 here, that's silly. You give the baton to the next runner. 9 and 7 is 16, put down the 6, carry the 1 and 2 is 3. Why should you write it down? Stage 1. I forget why this is stage 1. Ah, stage 2 is at the back. Ah, bigger numbers. You see the answers and you write the sum. This means sum. Think 1 less than 10. 15, put down the 5, carry the 1 and 5 is 6 and 8 is 14. Put down the 4, carry the 1 and 2 is 3 and 7 is 10. In less than a minute. Not put 1, because when you have 2 numbers, the biggest one in 99 is still 18. So it could never be a 2. It could never be a 2. You see the answers and you write the sum. So if I do this, 5, 4, so I don't say 6 and 9 is 15, I don't do that. My eye does 5, my eye does 4, my eye does 10. I'm going to finish with the discovery of a man called Trachtenberg, and he was in the German concentration camp because he was a Jew. I used to have his book, but of course when you give out a book, he discovered the 9 remainder. He had a friendly guard that gave him toilet paper and a piece and a little pencil. if we have the number 21 and we take away a number of nines, in this case 21, we can get 2 nines out of it, because that is 18. So there's still 3 left over. Of course, when you go to teachers' college, you don't see this, and you know, because nobody knows. He discovered that the remainder is the sum of the digits. You can try. 21 is 2 nines and 3. And the 3 tallies with the 2 and the 1. It's on the other side. Now, this, see, in English we have therefore. Maths uses symbols. This means therefore. So if we have a number and we take 9 from it, the remainder is the if we have 12 and we take 9 from it, the remainder is the same as the sum of these two. If we have 13 and we take 9 from it, there's 4 left over. So we don't have to say 13 take 9. No, you just add these two. Poor kids, 4 times per week with the test on Friday to see how many wrong. You recognize the 9 remainder. As soon as you see the 9, you add these 2. As soon as you see the 9, you add these 2. As soon as you see the 9, you add these. So that is also now, we can use this by checking our own answers. We have to learn to reduce a number to 1 digit. Of course, digit means finger, because people used to count, and still do, of course, in school, counting on their fingers. Digit means finger. One hand, 5 digits. Another hand, 5 digits. Reducing a number to 1 digit. Just had to add them. So 31 becomes a 4. 46 becomes a 10. But you have to reduce that to 1 digit, so that's a 1. 18. So if a 10 becomes 1, then a 9 becomes 0. That means if a 9 becomes 0, if we have to see what number this is, we don't have to look at the 9s, because the 9 becomes 0. And here again, if you add 2 to 7, the 9, and see how handy it is. This is only the 3rd lesson, and we already pick out the 9s. So we ignore it, because 9 is 0. So that whole number reduces to 5. If you didn't see it, 7, 14, 17, 23, and 2 and 3 is 5. So adding the whole thing is a waste of time, only because you didn't learn the 9s. So this is 3 and 3 is 6. Forget about the 9, this is the 6. Forget about the 9, 7 and 8 is 15, means 6. That is a 9, forget about it. 7 and 4 is 11, 4, 7, 11, and that becomes a 2. Well, never in your school life have you heard anything so brilliant. Ah, my battery is still operating. Which is a good thing.